in Bangalore, near a place. When I stayed, day in and day out, I saw Devi surrounding me, protecting me like how the baby is protected in incubator and taking care of this body. That happened exactly during these 10 days. That is why we celebrate this Rajeshwari Brahmotsavam. Today is actually Devi's day. We are celebrating Devi's Brahmotsavam for 13 days. After I realized my purpose in 2000, when the power started manifesting in my body became like a child. So I had the darshan of Devi appearing and asking me to come and stay here in Bangalore, near a place. When I stayed, day in and day out, I saw Devi surrounding me, protecting me like how the baby is protected in incubator and taking care of this body.
A few devotees are offering the Maheshwara Puja at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Now, requesting all the monastic members of the sovereign order of KAILASA's Nithyananda to sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Now, requesting the listening of the Maheshwara Puja participants. Kindly have authentic listening to the truths behind the Maheshwara Puja. And if you authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand and respond, that you agree to the truths behind the Maheshwara Puja, which will be told now. If you agree, please say yes loudly at the end of each declaration. The truth behind the Maheshwara Puja is that I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand and declare the truth that cosmic energy exists. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand and declare the truth that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the Chinmaya Vigraha, the embodiment and representation I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a pure channel for complete completion to be achieved for all the departed souls, and for completion to be achieved for all the participants with the departed souls. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that during the Maheshwara Puja, all the monastic members of the sovereign order of Kailasa's Nithyananda will become a pure channel for complete completion to be achieved for the departed souls, and for the completion to be achieved for all the participants with the departed souls. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand, and declare the truth that offering of the Maheshwara Puja will bestow complete completion for all the departed souls whose photo or horoscope is mentioned here, and completion will be bestowed on all the Maheshwara Puja participants with the departed souls for whom they are offering Maheshwara Puja here today. Yes. We'll now start with the rituals of Maheshwara Puja. We'll begin with the Satguru Vandana. Nityanandam Paramasukhadam केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भां नित्यानन्दे परमशिव शक्तिमध्यमां नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। लाटे त्रिपुण्ड्री नितिलकृतकस्तूरी तिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः तदा नो दुष्टारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। Now chant the Sankalpa mantra. ममोपात्ता समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम् अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ रविरावत्नामधेयस्य मेघारावत्नाम्याः भाविकारावत्नाम्याः रामकिशन रावत्नामधेयस्य सावित्रीरावत्नाम्याः अशोकरावत्नामधेयस्य सकुटुम्बस्य ओहपा इराकी मरीनो नामधेयस्य शर्ली गटर्सन मरीनो नाम्याः नीवा रञ्जीनुरी नामधेयस्य सकुटुम्बस्य इलयनार गोत्रोद्भवायाः अनुशम नक्षत्रे विष्कराशो जातायाः रति कार्तिकेयन नाम्याः उत्तरा नक्षत्रे कन्याराशो जातायाः प्रतिभा नाम्याः स्वाति नक्षत्रे तुलाराशो जातायाः रोशना नाम्याः सकुटुम्बस्य उत्तरभाद्रपद नक्षत्रे जातायाः एन् दिवीक् नाम्याः सकुटुम्बस्य च ब्रह्मकपाल विष्णुपाद कालभैरववपुस्वरूप श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामलापीठ श्रीमीनाक्षी सुन्दरे परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्तृ श्रीमत्परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरडावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षाव्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद् वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामी नाम अवतार भूता श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनुइक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्याद्यनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडिता चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु सचिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठा श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम पूर्वोक्तानां सर्वेषां जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम एतेषां दिवंगतु बन्धुमित्रवर्गाणां विदेह मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं च परमशिव स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन परमशिव मुखेन महेश्वर पूजाख्य कर्म करिष्ये। Now chant the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिता भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्धदामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् अथ पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्. Sri Bhagavan says, the imperishable banyan tree of life, symbolized by the Ashwatha, has its roots above with the leaves and branches spreading below the earth. The leaves are said to be the Vedic hymns. One who knows this eternal tree becomes the knower of the Vedas. अथश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा वृषयः प्रवालाः अथश्च मूल्यान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके. The branches of this tree extend below and above the earth, nourished by the three human attributes guna, its buds or the sense objects. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound by the resultant actions of humans. न रूपमस्येन तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाड्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृतात् पुराणी. One must then seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and surrender to the Supreme Person, Supreme Being from whom all activities started from ancient times. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sankhair gacchantya moodah padamavyayam tat. Those who are free from pride, delusion, and attachment, those who dwell in the self, who are done with lust, who are free from the dualities of joy and sorrow, not confused, and those who know how to surrender to the Supreme Person, attain the eternal consciousness. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. That supreme space of eternal consciousness, my consciousness is not illumined by the sun, nor by the moon, or by fire. Those who enter that space never return to this material world. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति. The living entities in this conditioned material world are a portion of my eternal self. In this conditioned material world, they are attracted by the six senses, which include the mind dwelling in Prakriti, the active energy principle. शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चात्युक्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्तानि वाशयात्. The spirit in the mind body living in this material world moves from one body to another, carrying these just as air carries aroma. श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं हृदयानुपसेवते. The living entity, the spirit, leaves one body, takes some other body, and gets new eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and sensing body according to the samskaras it had. in its causal layer and enjoys the new mental setup. Utkramantam sthitam vapi punjanam va gunanvitam vimudhananupashyanti pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Fools in ignorance do not perceive the spirit, being united with the gunas as it enters, enjoys, and leaves the body. One whose inner eye is open clearly perceives everything. Yatanto yoginaschainam पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तो प्रकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्य चेतसः. The serious practitioner of yoga with an understanding of his self can see all this clearly, but those who do not have the understanding of the self, however much they try, cannot see. यदादित्यगदं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्छन्द्रमसि यच्छाग्नो तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्. The light of the sun and the light of the moon and the light of fire, all their radiance is also from me. Kama vishya bhutani dharayam yahamojasa ushnami choschadi sarva Somo bhutva rasatmakaha. Entering into earth, I support all beings with my energy. Becoming the watery moon, I nourish all plant life. Aham vaishvanaro bhutva praninam dehamashritaha pranapana samayuktaha pachamyannam chaturvidam. I am the fire of digestion in every living body, and I am the breath of life exhaled and inhaled, with which I digest the fourfold food. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannibishto mattasmritirjnanamapohanam cha vedescha sarverahameva vedyo vedanta gridveda videva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me came memory, knowledge, and their loss. I am known by the Vedas indeed. I am the creator of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Vavimo Purusho Loke, Kharaschaksara Yevacha, Kharas Sarvani Bhutani, Kutasthokshara Uchate. There are two things, the perishable and the imperishable in this world. There are the living beings who are perishable, while there is the unchangeable, the imperishable. Uttamah Purushastvanyah Paramatmetyudahridah Yo Lokatrayamavishya Vibhartyavyaya Ishwaraha. Besides these two, there is the Supreme Person, the Lord Himself, who pervades and sustains these three worlds. Yasmaksharamati aksharaatapi chottamaha atosmi loke vedecha pratitah purushottamaha. As I am transcendental, beyond both the perishable and the imperishable and the best, I am declared both in the world and in the Vedas as the Supreme Person Purushottama. Yo me mama sammudho jnanati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. Whoever knows me as the Supreme without a doubt is to be understood as the knower of everything, and he worships me with all his being. O son of Bharata! Iti guhyadamam shastram idam muktam maya nagha etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrityascha bharata. This is the most profound teaching taught by me, O sinless one, and whoever knows this will become wise, and his actions will bear fruit. Iti Srimad-Bhagavad-Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma-Vidyaya Yoga-Shastre Shri-Krishna-Arjuna-Samvade Purushottama-Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyaya. In this Upanishad of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the scripture of yoga dealing with Brahma Vidya, Yoga Shastra, the science of Brahman, the Supreme Absolute, in the form of Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvada, the dialogue between Shri Krishna and Arjuna. This is the 15th chapter named Purushottama Yoga, the yoga of the Supreme Being. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. We'll now continue the Guru Puja. Om Hridpadmasanam Dadyat Sahasrarachyutamritaihi Padyam Charanayor Dadyat Manastu Argyam Nivedayet Ena Amritena Achamaniyam Naniyam Tena Jasmradam Ashadattvam Vastram Syat Gandhasyat Gandhadatvagam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dhupam Prana Prakalpayet Tejas Shabdadatvam Chagitakam Rityamindriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasastata Mekalam Badmamalam Pushpam Nana Vidam Tata Mayadyir Bhava Pushpai Kachayet Bhava Gocharam Mayam Manahankaram Aragam Mamadam Tata Amohagam Madambam Cha Adveshakshovago Tata Amatsariyam Alobham Cha Tasapushpam Vidurbudaha Ahimsa Paramam Pushpam Pushpamindriya Nigraha Pushpam Kshama Pushpam Jnana Pushpam Cha Panchamam Idi Panchadasir Pava Pushpaihi Sampujayet Bhagavantam Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. We'll now begin the Upachara Puja. Om Hrim Etat Patyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Esha Argyaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Achamaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Om Hrim Idam Snaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Vastram Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Ershadgandaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Pushpam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Bilva Bhatram Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa. Om Hrim Eshadhupaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Eshaddeepaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं सोपकर्णनैवेद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं पानार्थोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं पुनराचमनीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। आरात्रिकम् ॐ ह्रीं एषा दीपमाला सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येऽस्त्यायजते इमां जनतागुं सङ्गृह्णानीति द्वादशारत्नीरसना भवति द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मौञ्जी भवति ऊर्ध्वैमुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रानक्षत्रं भवति चित्रं वा एतत्कर्म कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। आरात्रिकं समर्पयामि भगवच्छ्री नित्यानंद परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। पाञ्जलिः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्म सम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदायिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुराप्नेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ध्यानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्। All the sannyasis of the sovereign order of Kailasa's Nityananda can now distribute and partake the pinda prasadam. We'll now be chanting the names of those who are offering the Guru Dakshina today. ओम ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षय द्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम अद्य पूर्वोक्ता एवं गुणा विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम अस्याम शुभतितो रमेश खनल नामधेयस्य सकुटुंबस्य रोजिता सैंक नाम याः सकुटुंबस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवस्य मूला नक्षत्रे जातस्य धनुर्राशो जातायाः ओरम लिमये नाम याः कुटुंबस्य मौद्गल्यस गोत्रोद्भवस्य अनुराधा नक्षत्रे वृश्चिक राशो जातस्य श्री नित्य सदाशिवात्मानंदा नामधेयस्य चित्रा नक्षत्रे जातायाः मा नित्य सदाशिवात्मानंदा नाम याः पूर्वभाद्रपद नक्षत्रे जातायाः त्रिपुरानंद भैरवी नाम याः वीरेश्वर मनोहर नामधेयस्य नागसुशीला नाम याः सकुटुंबस्य ध्रुव सागर नाम अधेयस्य सकुटुंबस्य सकुटुंबस्य च मनसेप्सित सकल सदभीष्टकाम्यार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव गुरुदक्षिणम अहम संप्रददे। हरि ओम तत्सत्। सर्वं भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। ओम नित्यानंदम।
Few things you guys can learn from this whole Maheshwara Puja. One is, always the enlightened masters were made to beg from people. Why? Only then they will be continuously in touch with people. No, really. Otherwise, I have nothing to gain from you. Why will I bother? I'll just be there wherever, and you come, go. So that is why the tradition says no. For every meal you have to be with people. That's why Buddha made begging as mandatory. Even in Shaivite tradition, means our Hindu tradition, begging is mandatory. Nowadays, for various practical, impractical reasons, we beg once in a while. That also in the internet. So the principle is that food which is begged from all of you, it has to be muted, means the taste mutation. By mixing everything, the taste has to be muted, so that you will not eat for tongue. The person who eats should not be eating for the tongue, should be eating for the stomach. If the taste mutation is done, you will never overeat. That's the second principle. You will see now, I'll mix the whole thing, sweet, spicy, everything. I'll mix it together. That's called taste mutation. Once the taste is muted, you will not be able to eat for your tongue. You see, all overeating is because the tongue tastes, not for stomach. Stomach never overeats. Tongue overeats. So when the mutation is done, you will never overeat. You will never have the problems of overeating. Overeating means that is where everything starts, including death. Overeating is the symptom for death. Because that is where the cholesterol, diabetes, blood pressure, overweight, everything starts from overeating. So, and then food is served to all the sannyasis, monks. See, always the new ones get left out. That is why the tradition says that seniors will receive first, but juniors will eat first. Seniors will receive first from my hand, But they have to feed the juniors first. It's a clear methodology of keeping the whole monastic tradition alive. And after feeding the junior most only you can eat. And after eating, they will be given the dakshina, pranami, money. The rule is anybody who is junior has to touch all their seniors' feet. See, the thing is, in the monastery, somebody may be very brilliant, intelligent, smart. He may be junior. He will be having a high power position in the organization, but that does not matter here. Here the power position you are holding doesn't matter. You will see Sri Mahants touching the feet of the junior sannyasis here. Because she is the junior most Swami. So here the sannyas matters, not the power position you hold. So in one place where they drop all their incompletions, because when you live together always there will be incompletions. Dropping everything. So there will always be problem. Who should drop first? So standard rule. Junior drops first. So that see, it is actually never, incompletion itself is not a problem. Who should drop first is always the problem. If you drop, I'll drop. If you drop, I'll drop. That who should drop first is attended in this whole Maheshwara Puja. It's a very beautiful, intimate ritual of completing with your ancestors and keeping the whole sannyas tradition alive. It's from, I am explaining it from the insider's view, how it is keeping the sannyas tradition alive. And from the external, a devotee's perspective, as Sadashiva, I personally accept your offering and personal seva. Digest so much. Not only you, your generations' karmas are digested. It's time. So, let's now go and start the Maheshwara Puja. Today the Annadata means the person who is responsible for cooking and feeding will have equal seat with me. Once a devotee calls a saint, Shiva Yogi, for the Maheshwara Puja, the Shiva Yogi says, whatever I ask, if you agree to feed me, I will come and accept the Maheshwara Puja. The devotee says, sure. He accepts and commits. Then Shiva Yogi comes and sits in the house. Actually, Mahadeva himself came in the form of that Shiva Yogi to test the devotee's strength. And he says, the best thing you like in your life, to the devotee, the best thing you like in your life is your 4-year-old child. Cut him and cook him and bring him. And the devotee did not even have 1 second of he was not perturbed at all. He said, yes, Prabhu, I'll do it. Then he adds one more condition. No, your wife and you both have to cut. He says, yes. Both have to stand, hold the body each side and cut. You can't have tears. If you have tears, I will not eat. He says, yes. And finally, when they cut, the moment, immediately Mahadeva appears and says, enough, stop. I have just to come to test your authenticity. And he gives life to the kid and enlightenment to all the 3. So traditionally the ritual is very powerful and very old, very oldest recorded ritual. Come on, let's go and sit, only then it will be ready. Let's gather. Let's first go for Maheshwara Puja and gather for the next session. After that, thank you. Be blissful.
प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो नित्य नित्य नाम, प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो नित्य नित्य नाम, प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो नित्य नित्य नाम, प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो नित्य नित्य नाम.
ஆதிசக்தி நாயகியே ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, அன்னமிடும் அன்னையும் நீ ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஆதிசக்தி நாயகியே ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, கண்ணமிடும் கருமங்களை மாற்றி இங்கு கருணையுடன் வாழ்வில் கரையேற்றுகிறாய் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, சம்ஸ்காரங்கள் கரைந்து இங்கு ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, நாங்கள் சம்சார கடல் கடக்க ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஏழுடல்கள் கடந்து நித்ய வாழ்வினிலே நிலை பெறவே நித்யானந்த ஸ்பூரணம் தந்தாய் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, தெய்வத்திற்கு படைத்த உணவை ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, பிரசாதமாய் உண்டதுண்டு ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, தெய்வம் இங்கு உணவு படைக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, தெய்வம் இங்கு உணவு படைக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, வரப்பிரசாதம் பெற்றிடவே பெற்ற வரம் யாம் அறியோம் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, இட்டிலியை நீ அளிக்க ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, வாழ்வில் இடர்கள் நீங்குதம்மா ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, இட்டிலியை நீ அளிக்க ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, வாழ்வில் இடர்கள் நீங்குதம்மா ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி, சட்டினியை நீ அளிக்க சட்டனவே சங்கடங்கள்.
As Sadashiva, I accept your Maheshwara Puja as a personal service, and I accept not just as food, all the 13 danas you are supposed to give: the cow, land, gold, grain, cloth, umbrella, paduka, all the 13 dana you are supposed to give. I accept all 13 in the form of this Maheshwara Puja and commit with you all. I liberate all of them and all your ancestors and bring completion to all of you. And if you are doing it on your own, for yourself, I commit with you. I liberate you from all the sins and karmas other than Guru Droha. So don't do only that. That nobody can liberate. Other than that, I liberate you from everything else. Blessings. The monastics can receive the pinda. This is the food offered to the departed souls, the pinda prasada.
ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி சாம்பாரை நீ ஊற்ற ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய
ஆதிநடமாடு மலையன்று திருவதேடு மலை சோதியாட அஞ்சோழு மலை நீதித்தழைக்கு மலை ஞானத்த போதனை பாவாவென்றழைக்கு மலை என் அண்ணாமலையே
நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி ஓங்கார ரூபிணி ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி ஓங்கார ரூபிணி பாங்காக பரிமாற பாவங்கள் கரையுதம்மா ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் உணவளிக்கும் ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி ஆனந்தீஸ்வரி நித்ய ஆனந்த